Multi-stream, that's good. All right, now let's see what's happening here. So we got that. Now I need to go on to this and create live stream. Save. Let me end that. Channel. Good in that. All right, so that's good. That's lit up. Let me go on to Discord. Put that in here. All right. Now, hey, what up? Yeah, DF Clan is officially done, yeah. DF Clan is what up, Blessed Up Carlton? What's going on? Dark Tony. Sorry if I missed any comments. I don't know how many folks left comments. The first comment that I'm seeing is from Dark Tony Stark, asking if DF was splitting. What up, TZ? What's going on? What up, Manners? What's good, y'all? What's good, man? Yeah, it's officially. Well, listen. One thing I know, you can't discredit the DFs. I don't think anybody's done it the way the DFs have done it. There's no clan. What up, Rome? What's good? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Sheldon, Alex Gibson. What up, y'all? Yeah, they changed their names. Yeah, they changed their names, man. And I just gotta say that you can't discredit them. That's one thing, you can't count them out just yet. I know that much. So let me give you guys the scenario just to imagine for a second that this was all staged, for instance. When you consider the idea that this has been staged, and like I'm looking at this image right now of them burning their DF clothes. I gotta say, I did go on Grinding DF stream yesterday, and he sound sincere. He sound really upset. He sound like he was hurt by what took place. What's gonna be the plan that lasts as long as them? Facts. Yo, been a minute. What's good? What up, Tyler Guy? What's good? Yeah, TT. What's good, Slow Mo? Yeah, it was definitely a bad break, man. I would love to hear your thoughts on the break as well. What do you think? Who's right? Who's wrong? Starfish, what's going on? Caleb, what up? What up, y'all? Because it was tough. It was tough to witness. It was this year in particular because Grinding DF, he showed us a lot of love. Grinding DF came and joined our Discord. He appreciated what we created in our Discord, saying that I wish our Discord ran like this. So I got a lot of love for what Grinding does and how he's connected to the community. So and I gotta say, me personally, I really enjoy like solo DF. Like I enjoy his content. He's helped me with my game, setting up the right animations. I enjoy their content. I enjoy what they do. What up, LDF? Honestly, what is DF dedicated forever? It's a clan, Joshua. It's a clan. It's one of the biggest clans on 2K. DF never cared for them. So, it's hard to say because there's some stuff that was done behind the scenes outside of what you guys know already. Like there's a video of Power talking about how much he's done for members. I have my own personal experiences as well with as far as like being a community leader. There's some things that I've noticed, man, and I think I want to pull it up. Because I think I created this. Anyway, I'll just talk about it. We'll leave it for more video content coming up. What up, Corby? What's going on? I seen your response, man. Appreciate your comment. But as hard as it is to kind of take in what went down with them. You know why it's hard for me? DF full of boosters. This is a good day for the 2K community. What up, Big Heck? What's good, man? Dre, what's good? But so So I was putting things together, right? Let's get this thing together. Let's get it together. I was putting this stuff together, and I'm like going through their content on each, because I'm trying to figure out what would lead to the end. And I dropped a video on it today, kind of going through some of the tweets leading up to this day, where the DF clan separates. But it was hard for me because I constantly referenced the DF clan, proud of what they were doing in the community, how they was able to stick together. They were doing big things. And from a content creator's perspective, like myself, whenever I'm trying to think of a topic, I start searching up that topic, and I start seeing like who's leading the way with any particular topic. And oftentimes is some member of the DF clan, and oftentimes it's multiple members in the DF clan that are ranked high on YouTube. So they take over like a particular keyword. So I'm like, man, these guys are honest. So, and I appreciate that hard work and effort to target these keywords. You know, from a creator's perspective, you got to respect it. So I'm going through there, actually go to each one of their channels, and I start seeing the view counts in comparison to the subscriber count. And I think everyone knows like 2K views are not like super high right now. But, you know, considering you're close to 1 million subscribers, I appreciate the work that they put in, but it's like there's no return. So I'm wondering, like, I'm going through their views and I'm saying, man, but that's a low amount of views for each video consistently through from each like creator in the DF clan. Not knocking them. Now I think views are down all the way across. I think, you know, views are down. Hey, Christy Law Enforcement, appreciate you. Appreciate you joining. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. But loyalty is a big thing, and you should want your friends to be great. Big facts. Big facts. Say, bro, to Denver, make my delivery at King Scoopers. All right, TZ. But the clan's name, ironic to what happened. Big facts. Dedicated forever. It was dedicated for 4 years. Maybe it was dedicated 4 years. But, you know, I just mean to say, from a creator's perspective, now, if you guys don't know, if you haven't seen the video I dropped earlier today, it was pretty much covering everything that went down in the DF clan recently. But a huge part of this, at least what led to the ultimate end, was the idea that Power DF was holding, Luck DF was the video editor for Grinding and for, I don't know who else he did it for, but I know he was the video editor for Grinding and he was the video editor for Power. And that's Luck DF. So Luck DF had some audio clips of Power basically telling Luck, chill out on like, slow down your efforts for grinding, because I don't want him to pass me. This was the sum of it. I was on Grinding DF stream, and Grinding said, I was on his stream talking about, while he was talking about it, and he said he hasn't given Power the chance to explain himself, because he said, I done heard so many explanations before. So what up, Black Eyes? What's good? Best Fighter said he's glad. Callie, what it is? Hey, thank you, Christy Law Enforcement. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. It's difficult managing so many content creators and not to be competitive, but jealousy is always nearby when money is involved. This is the hard thing, you know, to touch base on what Slow Mo said. This is the difficult thing to take in, because it's like, if I hold up my homie from growing, right? So let's say, you know, I got a bunch of homies together and we're trying to make something happen, and I slow him down from growing, as a unit, that slows down our overall growth, which means if his money ain't growing, you feel what I'm saying? If he ain't growing, then I ain't growing. So one thing I noticed when I was looking at the rosters, and I haven't put this out there, I probably have it in a video tomorrow, comparing the DF roster when they started to where they at now. There's very few members that were there in the beginning and that are there now. And I understand that this is a process. This is just like normal. I have you guys know, if you don't know, I have a community of over 18,000 members in there. So, and that's within our Discord. So I understand that the things change. Like, I understand that process. You're going to have to go through change if you want to grow. Because we let go a lot of lames, like a whole ton of lames, we let them go. Like, get out of here, beat it. You're only going to slow down our growth. So I get that idea of limiting. And Power DF did, you know, when I look at some of the tweets and I look at some of the things that Power was saying, Like I mentioned in today's video, it seems like he has a side of him that has a high amount of integrity, and he really wanted the best for DF. At least that's what it seems like. You can't deny the voice recordings, the audio recordings. You just can't deny that. But is it worth the breakup of a business? This is not just a clan. This is not just any 2K clan. You're talking about money, y'all. You're talking about money that probably a lot of folks can't believe that they would make. Get what I'm saying? Like, so this is a real business that they're talking about giving up over a designer. I know, sure, there's some other little things involved in there, but the nature of business is like this. You feel what I'm saying? This goes hand in hand with any business partnership. So little things don't really affect big businesses. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying here? So little things ain't really gonna affect big business. You know, when money is being made, why does a little thing like this affect their business? To add to that, let's add some more to that. Power can't be trusted ever. That's what Josh said. Josh Echols said that. I'm trying to link with All City fan. Vibes are real. Yes, FTM boss, you're always welcome to link with us. Power need to get banned on everything. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, these are little things, man. In the grand scope and grand scheme of things, these seem like little things that should be resolved, especially when there's so much money on the table. Not to say that they can't continue on, but the DF clan was something special within the community. It showed unity. It showed a community that's more like majority is separated. Is one of the things that that held true was that DF clan was still together. So it's hard. It's hard to watch a clan fold under something so minor, under little minor things. It seems like petty stuff, like kitty stuff. Stuff that should be resolved when you're talking about business. You feel what I'm saying? Stuff. It was pressure from the jump. That's why. Yeah, I get it. But listen, I'm not agreeing with I'm not agreeing with actions. We heard the audio clips. I'm not gonna play off the audio clips, but I'm not gonna agree with that. But you're talking about money that's on the table in business. What I'm getting at here as a creator is, you guys know, if you don't know, I record my own videos, I edit my own videos, and I create my own thumbnails, right? So this means I'm skilled in video editing software. I'm highly skilled in graphic design software like Photoshop. There's just, like I said in the video, there's no one man that's going to have power over my growth. You feel what I'm saying? There's no one man. So in other words, Luck DF was the video editor for both grinding and power. And he was given the power to slow down the growth for grinding. And that was at least allegedly from Power DF talking to Luck DF, saying, slow down a little bit. Don't let him get too much. But no one man is going to, like, what does it take? Listen, I watched their videos, a good portion of that. I'm not saying that it doesn't take effort to talk, but it seems to be that all they were doing was talking into the mic. Hit record, talk about the topic that they're talking about, and then hand it off to an editor, and the editor creates the video. How difficult is that, B? So what I'm saying here is like, yo, let's get right. Let's get right here. How about you learn Photoshop so you don't have to rely on anybody for your thumbnails? How about you learn video editing software so you can manage it? You're not that busy. I'm a creator myself. And, especially, the creating portion of, like, the actual recording portion of creating your content is so tiny in comparison to everything you have to do in the back end as a creator. So why not create more videos or learn how to work Photoshop and video editing software so you don't have to rely on anybody for your growth, and it comes out exactly how you want it. Watch Block Bowie. What up, man? The more money, the more problems. The business would have ended between both of them regardless, because the way power was. Imagine if more money would have came about, power probably would have been more shady. It's possible. But what I'm saying is that this is the nature of business. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Listen, you can't think, hear me out, because these are gems, y'all. This is in regards, what up, P? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the $4.99, P. These are gems here, y'all. If you in business, even let go of the friendship concept. Y'all talking about money that you get in a house. You getting a new car. We're not talking about little bootleg money that you go and shop and buying you a little pair of sneakers and a nice chain. We're talking about money. Boys got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So let's talk some real stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So now we're talking more real. When you get it on that, when you start looking at it from that perspective, you're like, oh hell no, I ain't letting go of that money. Oh hell no, we could resolve this petty stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Not you, my friend, you did me dirty. Get that. I expect you to do me dirty. We in business. You feel what I'm saying? I expect you to do me dirty, which is why I won't give you the leverage to do me dirty. I'll create my own thumbnails. I'll edit my own videos, and I'll be constant and consistent. Simply grinding. You feel what I'm saying? So what is the big, do you feel what I'm saying? It's definitely the nature of business. Yeah, facts, B. Facts. You're talking about money here. You're talking about, yo, let's get right. Let's get this bag. And you feel what I'm saying? So, to have feelings and like feel hurt that it's my friend, I'm not giving up the bag because you hurt me as a friend. I expect you to hurt me as a friend. We're talking about money. Like, and I hate to go down that road, but I'm saying when you're talking about this is different levels, yeah. There's like you and your homies on the block, and now y'all really getting the bag. And now you got to talk about separating blocks. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'll hold down this area, you hold down that area. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of conversations you end up having. But you don't completely collapse the bag just cause, and now you're going to have a rival with the next block over. That's bad for business. You feel what I'm saying? That's bad for business. What up, Jim the Judge? Bam, what it is? I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm giving up the bag when you're being shady because nobody telling. I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. But what I'm trying to get at, is that a real businessman. This is why I say gems. Let go of the hood mentality. Let go of that joint because you're never gonna get far with that loyalty type of mentality. You feel what I'm saying? What I get is that I understand loyalty, but you got to be loyal to the right people. Your IRL friends, loyal. Your family, loyal. Business partner, you don't give them the room to do you shady. In other words, if you gave somebody when you're talking about money, if you gave somebody the room to do you shady, that's your fault. You get what I'm saying? You your own man. You stand on your own. So if somebody do you shady, it's all right. I make the adjustment. We'll keep getting this bag. I'll make the adjustment that I give you no more room to do me shady again. You get what I'm saying here? So, and what I'm saying is like, this is the nature. Y'all know this is the nature of business, man. If money gets involved, something shady finna happen. That's a fact. I just have certain principles I tolerate and don't feel it. I feel you, man. Most men have certain principles. You got to have certain principles, right? Like we know this. Like, when you think of like, because you met somebody, let's say, you grow up with your homies, you have a certain loyalty for your homies growing up with certain people. And if you think that you could take that same loyalty into business, you're going to get shaded every single time. These boys are sharks, B. Like you gonna come across sharks that just waiting to tear you up because you think you have this like this mentality of loyal because somebody put you on. So put it like this: somebody puts you on, right? So say you make 100,000. Somebody gets you on. Let's say you're a rapper or something. Somebody gets you on for 100,000. They end up making $1 million off of you. You was happy coming in off the block with 100. You was happy. You're like, yeah, I came up. I got 100,000. Until you find out that this man, and you maintain loyalty to this man because he gave you 100,000. Now you find out this man made $1 million off of you. That's 900,000 off of you that he made. You're like, what? Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hell nah. No way. So you put yourself in a position. That's why now more people are doing independent deals, distribution deals. You feel what I'm saying? Because they understand that they want to own their publishing. They want to own everything that, is a part of their brand. So they sign distribution and independent deals. So that's what I'm saying. You put yourself in a position that no man can disrupt. There's nobody else that could disrupt what you got going on. It's all based on you. That's why you have to know your worth. Facts. Yeah. Yeah, it's facts. You got to know your worth. You got to trust in your worth. But most of all, it's like, yo, you got to make sure that whatever moves you're making them in a sense that no one man can disrupt that. So I'm looking at this situation with the DFs and I'm like, hold on a second. This dude Luck DF. Now imagine you're Luck DF. Imagine your Luck. Let's look at it from Lux. The feelings got amplified by it unfolding in public. Big facts. But let's imagine for a second that you're Luck. You got the head of the DF clan. Let's see. I don't even know how many subscribers Luck has. But let me see. He probably says it on his Twitter here. Let me see something. He has 380,000 subscribers. Power and Grinding have double that. So your Luck, you're creating these videos that are getting these subscribers in, right? You're creating these videos. And then you have one of the dudes telling you, yo, slow down because I don't want my right-hand man to pass me. So slow down on editing his videos if this is actually the case, if these are facts. If these are facts. Now imagine your Luck. You're like, I have the power to actually slow this man down. Yeah. Show me with the business plan. Word up. I'm a businessman. Yeah, so it's facts. Jay-Z did say it best, but I just mean to say, how does Luck have all that power? So, and then Power actually told him, Power, at least from the audio recordings, Power actually says to him, it's because of you and how quickly you were editing his videos that he was able to pass me. So now I'm Luck with all this power, and I'm like, what? It's because I got the leader telling me it's because of me that this man surpassed the leader as far as in YouTube subscribers. So if I'm Luck, I'm like, damn, I got the power. So I'm over here wondering, what up, Jordan Wilson, what's going on? I'm over here wondering, like, how does Power give this man so much power, DF, give this man so much control, then tell him how much control, like enlighten him with letting him know how much control he has. And then the same thing with Grinding. How does Grinding allow that much control over your growth? You're leaning on one man and that man is able to control growth. Where does this happen? Grinding carry himself and rap DF. I always thought he was the clan leader. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I think the same thing. But sorry, City, I've been working. What happened with Luck? Well, Michael Bryan, I'll explain it. I'll explain it all. What up, Callie? What's good, man? So I was curious as to how these two men, and I know these are young. I know this is young boy stuff. This is young boy stuff. You're going through the processes. I get it. I'm not knocking these young boy thoughts. I get it. But what I'm saying is you will eventually in business come to a point where you don't rely on anyone. You have resources. Everybody has resources, to get things done and hopefully in a timely manner. But you don't allow one man to control growth. And this is the circumstance of what had happened. And then it leads to a complete falling out. That's like that's another layer that you're like, hell nah. In other words, if I'm Grinding, let's give it a different perspective. If I'm Grinding, what up, New York? Miss you too, man. If I'm Grinding, I would say it was my fault for allowing this one man to have so much control over my growth, that he was able to get manipulated by another man, which then in turn was made to slow down my growth. And I appreciate Grinding as well, because Grinding, like I said, he joined our Discord. He came into the Discord, showed nothing but love. He salutes us. He comes into the live stream. So shout out to that man as well. And I heard the pain in his voice in the live stream. It's possible it could be fake. It's possible. I won't deny the possibility that it could be fake. Jim the Judge said it's messed up when people trying to build something positive as a group and the main person has interior motives to keep the rest down. Karma always balances his books. Big facts, man. Karma always balances his books. Like I said, you guys know I lead. I I have a great community within our Discord. Just hit 18,000 members in our Discord. I never present myself as the leader. You get what I'm saying? I never say I'm the leader here. You shouldn't have to. True leaders, in my perspective, true leaders, the people exalt into that level. The people exalt you to leadership because it's needed. You get what I'm saying? So, you don't have, a true leader doesn't have to say they're a leader. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I noticed, and this could be like nitpicking, kind of, reaching. But I did look at the previous roster, when they started, and the end roster up until this point for the DF clan. And on both rosters, it was like labeled leader, power DF. Leader on both rosters, leader, power DF. And then below that was like executive. It was setting a chain of command. And I know businesses operate in this way, but that's what's difficult. If you're gonna say it's a business, then it's okay to operate in that way. But I think folks were confused on the business. I don't think people were privy to the business aspect of what DF was, and I think that's where a lot of these other folks got confused. Chalk said, "Yeah, I know," and I've been watching ever since Black Ice because I actually like Chalk. Let's go through it, man. Let's go through it because I have some more stuff here. Let's go through it. So Luck DF, that's Luck. He shows himself burning the DF, I guess, hoodie or whatnot. He said, I wanted DF, is there, yeah, I wanted DF to work. I spent 4 years in the clan while so much was happening. He went public attacking me, lying on my name while I was off media. For the people saying this is fake, you're clueless. Nothing is fake or scripted. For anyone out there battling something, stay strong. Interesting. Solo, same thing. I've officially left DF. I wish things could have worked out more than you guys could ever know. I really like Solo, man. I love his content. It's all for clout, possibly. It was a terrible business if you ask me. Success is the definition of business. You get what I'm saying? So if you're meeting a certain level of success, then your business is considered successful. Now, we know what goes behind the scenes in damn near every business. We know what happens. When you start thinking about business, you understand. You're like, all right, some grimy finna happen. How does DF not expand beyond 2K? And I think that was another aspect of it. I think oftentimes when me as a creator, that's easy breezy, saying the end. He dropped a video on that as well. You can go check him out on Twitter. They all changed. They all took off the DS from their thing. Double H as well said he left. I didn't pull up his. But I was wondering the same thing. How does such a large group of folks, oftentimes when me as a creator, like I'm looking up topics and I try to find a good topic to create content on, and I go search that topic and I find that a lot of the DFs are top ranked. So I'm like, damn, DF is holding down this search term. I respect it. But why wasn't there like a spread out of content? Why isn't it like, yo, you do badges, I'll do IRL basketball, I'll do this. So, I get the idea that maybe there was something that was from the top down holding them back. Because a few of them already said, I want to do a IRL content. So I think some of these folks wanted to do IRL content. But I think from the top down, there was something that was holding folks back. Do y'all think that it's possible? Do y'all think it's possible for folks that you meet online that you could develop a sustaining business relationship with? And if you do agree that you can't, that can make it happen, don't you believe that there has to be mutual interest on both sides of that, and that interest has to sustain throughout the time of the relationship? Do y'all get what I'm saying? So I'm like, when that interest starts depleting on one end or the other, that's when stuff starts happening. I think they had a few college bowlers in there. Oh, really? That's interesting. So, I think there's young-minded stuff considering the grand scope of what they've accomplished. You're talking about together, they have maybe a couple million. Power didn't want to show his face, Cobra Commander. Yeah, what's up with that? Nobody got a no. What's up with them? And that's another thing I want to add. This is why I respect what they did. Yeah, if you have mutual interests, right? This is why I respect what they did, yeah, because they did it without showing their faces. Damn, I don't know which DF clan member shows their face. And maybe Easy Breezy, he's out there showing his face. But I'm like, why? What was the deal with not showing your face like that? I don't get it. If you have a mutual interest and respect for each other, right? So what happens when the mutual interest depletes on one side? That's the thing. Captain himself, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the follow. What happens when that? Exactly. You have to be like-minded and stay in the same page to make it successful. So I was listening to one of Power DF's posts. And Power DF, it was called Inactivity Clearance. Something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Inactivity Clearance. And what this basically was, it was Power speaking, and I guess he was speaking to other members of the DF clan, or maybe it was just a general statement that he intended to post. But Power was basically saying, if you're inactive, then why are you down? Why are you representing? Why do you have our clan name? If you're not active enough to promote the brand, promote what they're building, why do you have our name? What do y'all think about that for a second? Because he did specify that we're not talking about a 2-week vacation. We're talking about over a year's time. You're inactive and you expect to still hold the DF name? So what do y'all think about that? Why would a shapeshifter go on camera? Shapeshifter. Why couldn't they rep DF? They were repping DF independently. I think like one of the homies said they were repping DF independently because a lot of folks thought Grinding DF was the actual leader. When I first got introduced to DF, I even thought that was the case too. I thought that that Grinding DF was the leader. Shout out to Badge Plug as well. Badge Plug chimed in on this, and he had to say here, last thing I'm going to say, I know it's the internet, and the kids don't want to hear this, but if someone knows Power, check on him, because this is the type of thing that can make someone you know what. Check on him for real. So, I find that stuff interesting because this is real life. Think about it. Let's put ourselves in Power's position, man. And not to say that it's if you're Power and you're constantly invested in this DF clan and you're trying to build folks up and you have this vision to make things happen. What happens when that all is taken away from you? Well, what happens when that is all taken away from you? What happens when, and shout out to the homies that are here too, man. We just hit 60,000 subscribers. We're growing as well. I appreciate what you do here. It's super dope. But what do you do when your whole platform, I don't know I can't say it's taken away, but you allowed it to happen. Peso said Power is a snake. Solo shows his face. All right, that's dope. You don't think it's that serious? I don't know. It looks pretty serious. If you just go to their channels and look at their individual numbers for their uploads. It doesn't look like, what a peanut. Technically, these dudes were all in business for themselves. DF was a Power brand. Power don't owe them anything. Thank you. This is a more business perspective. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Heck. There's a more business perspective. When you come into a business, if you start looking at it from a friend perspective, like we're clanmates, get the hell out of here, man. I'll probably kick you in your chest. You don't get the hell out of here. If you are walking into a business, you got to uphold your end of the bargain and uphold your own as well. Real business stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, thank you, True. Thank you. Jay-Z did the same thing to Dame Dash and didn't ever blink. Say it again, man. Didn't ever blink. And who was... Now, let's take this Jay-Z and Dame Dash perspective. There was nobody writing for, Jay-Z as hard as Dame Dash was. Dame Dash was if you guys don't know, I worked for a record label for 8 years. So I seen a lot of stuff. Nobody was writing for Jay-Z harder and more than Dame Dash was. But the way in which he was writing, Jay-Z's like, I'm not developing my brand in this way. I stand on my own, and when I'm strong enough, I make a move. Come on, y'all. Let go. Let go. And I'm saying this from the perspective of it's okay to have a heart. You feel what I'm saying? It's okay to be hurt. But you got to understand what you're getting yourself into, especially when big money. I work for EMI, Pesos McFaded. This is the parent company for Blue Note Records, Capitol Records, and Virgin Records. So it was when you look at it from the business perspective, you're like, all right, I get it. I get it. What up, King Frank? Was good, man? And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to kind of get that out there for y'all. Because for some folks that may consider a clan, for some folks, and we're talking about clans that get large enough to bring in some bucks, bring in money enough for you guys to buy your mom a new house type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? There's not little things like I said, you're not just getting a pair of sneakers. You're actually you can make some power moves. When the glass of your life is shattered, you become a glass maker and do better when you remake it. Say it again, Jim the Judge. Do you see my logic here? That's my logic. The same goes like that. If I understand that, I created a house of glass and the joint collapsed, then I become a glass maker and start rebuilding and making it stronger. You get what I'm saying? So this is the logic that I'm hoping could get across here is that we don't know what happened with DF. We don't know how, I don't want to just ramble on. We don't know exactly what happened. I think there's more to the story. I think Power actually put out, we could go into that. Power actually put out that his side of the story is coming soon. Let me see. Says there will never video soon explaining my side of the story. He says, all right, let me scroll down here. Yeah. He says, I have evidence. There's more to this story than being said. And that's a bad Nike signs people because it helps them sell shoes. Facts. So what you finna say? Nike did me dirty. You get what I'm saying? Why is it when it's big corporations, you don't even, the concept of you thinking Nike did me dirty is not even there because you signed the contract. If you didn't have a lawyer present when you signed that contract, and there's some how do you call it? There's something in the contract that the small print or whatever, there's some in that contract that you didn't exactly acknowledge before you signed, and now you get done for or you're locked in for 5 years and you didn't even know it. That's your fault for not having a lawyer there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the clauses, big facts. It's some sort of stipulation you don't even read. It's like, that's your fault. That's why so many rappers got by these companies, by these labels. So, and then what happened? Rappers smartened up. Rappers said, hell no, we spread the knowledge. But it took them a decade to smarten up. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took them so long to smarten up. This is what I'm saying. We've come a long way. And we should be knowing this stuff already. That's why I'm trying to say it here. Like, we should know this stuff already. You can't call him grimy if you let him shade you. You get what I'm saying? You could say it's grimy after you say the following statement should be, yeah, he's grimy. He's grimy. He tried to get me, but you already know how I rock. You get what I'm saying? That should be the narrative that's going on here. In other words, let's break it down simple terms. You guys know I grew up in New York, right? Let's say someone slaps me, which never happened ever. But let's say someone slaps me and I go to my friends and say, yeah, this dude slapped me. The first thing that people gonna say, the very first thing they're gonna say is, and what'd you do? What'd you do? Do you get what I'm saying? why'd you let him slap you? That, that's the first thing that you say. So why is it different in business? You put yourself in a situation that you just don't get slapped. You get what I'm saying? You gotta make yourself put yourself in a position that you're not even you like, it's like you're holding their head and they're just swinging at air. You know what I'm saying? Like you put yourself in a position that you don't get slapped. And that's what I'm trying to say here. Folks are like bothered that they put themselves in the position to get shaded. And I'm not like, I'm speaking in general overarching terms. I understand that the mistakes happen and people have feelings, and you learn for this stuff and you move forward. I really get that. But now let's say, how do we move forward? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it you guys start moving forward and making sure that you don't make the same mistakes? This is what I'm getting at here. That's what I'm speaking from that perspective. I'm not speaking from a perspective that I know it all. I'm more so just saying, moving forward, let's make it happen like this. Man's had to say never happen ever. No, it's facts though. It's facts. Man, love, appreciate it. Insane Triller, appreciate the love from Australia. Jim the Judge, old school hip hop reference. Remember what happened with Nice and Smooth. Big facts. Remember what happened with Nice and Smooth. I get it from the business aspect, but don't say you're my homie and then pull some sucker ish. If we supposed to get money together, let's get money together. And I get that, Rome. I get folks feeling that way. But this is why I'm trying to give the perspective that there's different type of money. There's a money where, like I said, you're like living the fruits of your labor. You get what I'm saying? You're seeing changes in your life. When is it that you say, all right, I need to make sure this stuff is secure? And that's what I'm hoping that if there's any young folks in here moving forward, you just know it should be like intuitive that when you're making a certain amount of money, that you got to make sure that that money is secure. And if you're pushing a brand, you got to make sure that you're the only one with access to the key to your brand. You get what I'm saying? So that's really what I'm trying to get at here, is that folks were sharing, like they give people multiple keys to their house. And it's like, you're mad that somebody came in and, started rummaging through your stuff and, breaking a few things here. You gave them the key. You get what I'm saying? Grow from your mistakes. Big facts. He said, power is a piece of ish, period. It's not that hard. Positive. What up, Chosen? What's good, man? That stuff was hard to listen to, though. Yeah, it was definitely how you come up with your homies. Then when everybody get snake them and threaten to take money out their pockets. That's the thing, is that I think some of the things that people I don't even want to go down that road, but I get that you come up with your homies, but I think people lose perspective. People lose perspective on your homies. Now let's give it some proper perspective. I grew up with a lot of friends, and we went through a lot of crazy stuff together that bonded us for life. You get what I'm saying? And that we stood together throughout our whole childhood. There was nothing that could break our bond as we got older and all that. Even to this day, there's nothing that could break that bond. There's nothing that could. That's a different. You're talking about decades of relationship. DF was 4 years in. You guys could have a girlfriend for 4 years and barely know her. You guys could have a girlfriend for 4 years and you cheat on her. You guys could have a girlfriend living with her for 4 years and she'll end up throwing all your stuff out the window. You guys, do you get what I'm saying here? It's like, how could we have higher expectations for somebody that we only know online when in our IRL lives, you guys experience stuff that you knew from people that you knew longer than 4 years? You get what I'm saying? So now you're going to talk about real money? And all you have is an online relationship? It's from 2 years ago. Them boys were being grimy too. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Greed when you're out money first. And that's what I'm saying. You prepare yourself for the greed factor. That's what I'm saying. What up, Ricky? I'm saying you prepare yourself for greed. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Martin, what up? What up? But that's why you're like, all right, I just bought a new house. Oh, I just got my new Benz. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they have their little sporty cars. But you're thinking that, yo, I just got my everything is paid. I'm eating good. I'm going on vacation. I'm chilling. So you're thinking like, all right, there comes a point where yo, this joint got to be locked in and secure. So that's what I'm saying, man. Going forward, you got to make sure your stuff is locked in, secure, and you're not allowing an opportunity for one man to have control over that stuff. And I know I'm speaking general facts. You know what I'm saying? Just to then quick recap, I got you, RJ. So what's going on is that the DF clan recently broke up, and so we're trying to break down. I have a huge amount of respect for what the DF clan has done within the community. And we're trying to break down how does something like this happen that it breaks up one of the largest clans in 2K history, one of the clans that really create a ongoing effort to maintain, a perspective, a perception that they're connected and tied together. Uh, how does it happen that two of the two top dogs in this clan end up having a falling out and it completely collapses the clan itself? This is what we're talking about, like trying to can you give me an update on what's going on? I just joined. Yeah, be more. Hopefully you was able to pick that up. So we was trying to put all this stuff together, like how does something like this happen? Um, Grinding and Power DF. Power DF is the leader of the clan. What actually happened, if you guys are just tuning in, started DF in 2011. Grinding uploaded a video just now. Oh man. I may have to go and watch that. Y'all go check that out. Let me know what's popping with that. But how does it go down that the two top dogs end up having this like hugely successful clan, and because of these petty things that have accumulated over the years, they let it just collapse the whole thing and everything shatters and goes down the drain? Like there's no more dedicated forever. Um, it just seems hard. It seems hard to take in. Like, how does that stuff go down? You guys, they accomplished something that in this day and age, or it might have been easier to create clans back in the day. But what the DF clan was pushing was unity. The DF clan was pushing unification, which is something that is rare in the community now. And if you looked at their videos, very similar. Like it seemed like it's like you go to one McDonald's to another, they all have the same uniform on. That's what seemed like was going on with DF. When you look at different people's content within the DF clan, it was like this guy sounds like this guy, and the content is created almost in the same way. Greed will have you looking crazy when you have a thirst. Nothing is enough. Whatever you value, the most you want, more. You want more, and more you will step on anybody's toes to get it. And that's
Let's
what
go,
I'm,
Kochi.
that's what I'm referring to, yeah. And I hope you appreciate the follow, Scott Sauce. Nobody wins when the family feuds. Ho said it best. And it's big facts. It's like, this is what I didn't understand. And this is why what was plaguing, I guess, the clan in general, is that the dude at the top was trying to prevent another member within the clan that pushes forth the brand and was definitely a good representative of the clan itself, because Grinding DF, I think a lot of people viewed him as the leader, and a lot of people respected him within the community. So if my man grows, what's the problem with being the behind the scenes leader? I think that's what I think some folks like the ego trip. I think some folks want to be at the forefront, and I think real leaders are always in the background. And that's a gem right there. It's oftentimes the real leaders you never even get to see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bad, I guess bad business partners, but it was like, yo, homie, grow, get the numbers. We'll only be pushing our brand. If you, yeah, cloud is a hell of a drug, big facts. But it's like I'm thinking, yo, I'm chilling. Again, getting this money, I'm chilling. Go ahead if you want to be the forefront with the most subscribers. Go ahead, man. As long as we stay DF, that's all that matters. Because my mind is not thinking content creation. Like my mind is thinking, let's go get a network to sign us. Let's start our own league. My mind is thinking DF on a skyscraper. You get what I'm saying? You know that's where your mind should be thinking. One band, one sound. You heard it on Drumline. One shine, we all shine. Facts. What's up with that? What happened with one shine, we all shine? And I was kind of making reference to that in the video. What up, DMV? What's good, man? If I may ask, what does DF stand for? Dedicated Forever. DF stands for Dedicated Forever. Ironically, they just broke up, and it's really public. It's look at this. This goes to show how successful the DF clan was. Is that I'm here live streaming talking about DF. Two, it's spread through the community like wildfire. Everybody's, it's like a wave talking about it. Some of the biggest creators, biggest influencers are talking about the breakup because they had a tremendous influence. What I'm saying is, if you really acknowledge, which some of these folks probably acknowledge now, being public about all of this, if you really acknowledge that at the forefront, how much influence that you have on the community because of the work that you have done together, if you acknowledge that earlier, then none of this would happen. You guys would be having a different perspective on how to make that money and spread your influence. You get what I'm saying? But you have, now I don't know the whole story. Hopefully we'll hear from Power sometime soon. But now you have, at least from what's been put out there, you have one member trying to hinder the growth of another member, and that's just never gonna work, especially if it's coming from the top down. Kind of like Phase, how technically Banks is cool, but someone like Swag has a bigger following. Peanut said it perfect. Shout out to them Phase boys too. They be going crazy on Call of Duty. But yeah, you get what I'm saying? Somebody's the leader, but then somebody else is like the forefront. Yeah. Damn, this is crazy. Yeah, gotta work as a team. Yo, can I inbox you about the 2K last? Feel like it took my money and none of them hitting me back. I can't log in. I'll inbox you. Yeah, inbox me, Rax. See if I could make something happen. I was watching their videos on YouTube. I didn't know who was who. I thought the whole crew was doing good. That's what I thought, Scott Sauce. I'm telling you, it was this year in particular that my respect for the DF clan had skyrocketed because I was so appreciative of them like showing unification, conforming into a particular brand where each video sounded the same. And I was like, they must really be having those meetings in the background. Like, yo, let's make sure our content is put out there and it's put out there in a certain manner that viewers can distinguish us from the rest. So I was really like, I had a good amount. The folks that are close to me, like within our Discord community, know that I held the DS with I held them in high regard. And I really appreciated their work ethic and how they were making things happen and staying together. Power acting like Jerry Jones out there, disbanded off of something like that when they had something. Thank you, New York. Say it again. Yeah, you disband for something like that. Oh, did you make it in the 75th? No, I didn't, because there's a YouTuber you might know. It's Reese. Yeah, I know it's Reese. I like it's Reese. Yeah, I like his Reese. That's I like his content. Shout out to him. But yeah, they didn't have me in there. I really don't expect to be in there no time. So I think I still got years on them. See, I have personally, yeah, I have a good grasp of reality. I'm not somebody who lets the ego get the best of him. So being that I have a grasp on reality, I understand that our influence may like the influence that we have on the channel and within the community may be greater than what my numbers say. But I still keep in perspective that, yo, we are still new to this thing. You get what I'm saying? This is just the beginning. And I think having that humbled perspective at this point is what's going to keep you going and pushing for a lot longer. I think when your ego gets the best of you, it forces you to make decisions that you necessarily wouldn't make, and maybe shade some people. Personally, I'm a man of integrity. Like if I have a problem with somebody, I'll tell them. You get what I'm saying? I don't like what you're doing. That needs to change. There's not gonna ever and in this platform here, there is not one person ever that will have control over it more than me. Not ever. Not the closest person to me. It just wouldn't ever happen, yeah. So I think like I'm responsible for my own. And if someone shades me, that'll be my bad because I let them in. But I think folks closest to me will know, like me letting somebody in. That's a hard task, B. That's gonna be a hard task. People, I know people have thought. I know we've had some lames in the past that have thought they were close to me, and then they find out when they want to depart, when they want to depart and try to throw dirt on my name, they find out, damn, I don't know nothing about that dude. You right, bro. Thought I was gonna let some folks have control over what I got going on. Never. It's never gonna happen. So and that's another a difference is, I know
Let's go,
listen, I
Koji.
know folks are like, damn, power is wrong. I want to hear the other side of the story. I want to hear it. I'm not saying I'm biased toward grinding because grinding has showed us love. So I'm biased, and a lot of people vouch for grinding as like, the stand-up dude, and I've seen it personally. So, having grinding join our Discord, then show love within our Discord, that was huge. Having grinding join our Twitter space, that was huge. And we had some of the biggest influencers join our Twitter space. These are huge moments, and grinding seemed to have been a part of it. And what I'm saying is that grinding is a man of the community, for real, for real. You real and stand on what you say, and that gets you further than anything. You're gonna be great for a long time. Thank you, Rome. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, big facts, man. It's very rare, and this, I had this talk, right? Because folks will ask me, but aren't you worried about this? Aren't you worried about that? I'm like, what do I got to be worried about? This is how I live daily. This is not no persona that you seeing. This is not an act. I live like this, so it's easy for me to speak it. You get what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong, I'm cool to say, yo, I'm wrong about that. Just like with this situation, I'm speaking it more from like what we've been given, and I'm trying to create some dialogue with y'all. I'm not speaking any of this stuff as facts because we don't yet know. All we got is what we've heard. So I'm speaking on what we've heard. And hopefully we get some more information and then kind of put some pieces of the puzzle together. This is 4 years in the making, y'all. So we could put some pieces of the puzzle. I'm sure there was a lot of little underhanded stuff that was going on, especially when you guys start thinking about money coming in like that. We ain't gonna talk about it, but he wasn't paying his camera a fair price, pretty boy Fredo. Yeah, there's some, Pretty Boy Fredo is another example. I won't necessarily talk about him, but some of the stuff that come out is not favorable for him. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to underhanded stuff, some of the stuff that I've heard along the way, it doesn't put him in a favorable light. So I guess it happens. It happens in business. It's part of the process. Power is a dirty dude. He's Brutus. Power thought he was bigger than what he was. He thought he was a god, and now he knows he's a flawed man. Those are strong words, and I can't help but feel, let me say this here. There's some folks that I come across that they could have the smallest following. Now keep this in mind, y'all. We just hit 60,000 subscribers, and I consider that minute, like really small in the grand scope of things. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, I have a clear grasp on reality, and this is what keeps me grounded. There's some folks that just get up to like 5,000, and they think they running things, B. Yo, it's wild what the ego will do to you, man. It is so wild. Them boys start puffing out their chest. Them boys like 150 pounds soaking wet. Start thinking they crazy. You know, That ego will make you feel bigger than you are, man. Yeah, that stuff is dangerous. What up, Guap? What's good? That stuff is dangerous. That ego stuff be you start feeling like you untouchable. And it's like, I could take a punch, hit me. Like, nah, B, you can't take this punch, bro. You can't, nah. But maybe it's possible that something like that happened. Is yes, Zidane Dada, big 60K. Yes, indeed. We just hit that 60K. Super dope. Just hit 18,000 in our Discord community as well. Pulling up on 60,000 on TikTok as well. So yeah, go check out that TikTok if you can too. I need to drop a video about this on TikTok. See if I could put it into 1 minute. Real stand-up guy. Character matters. Big facts. Yeah. Ego is a hell of a. It make you do some weird stuff. I don't know much about power. I don't know much about any of them folks. All I do is I consume content. That's what I'm hoping that most folks understand here. We don't know these folks. We know if anybody puts on a persona, the DF clan is good for putting on persona. That's what I respect about them, that they maintain a certain persona that seem uniform throughout the clan. So it looks like there was a persona that was being displayed for an audience. And I respected that in a certain way. So what I'm saying is, because this persona was displayed, I can't say that we know these folks. So we don't know who's capable of what yet until everything comes out. I'm too old to be talking smack to little kids online. Yeah, say it again, Guap. Yeah, I'm too old too. And that's what I was trying to get at here. When you get to a certain age,
Let's go, Kochi.
Shout out to Guap Smoke. Goldo, appreciate you, man. But that's what I was trying to get at here, is that when you reach a certain age, you start realizing that if somebody does you dirty, it's your fault. You get what I'm saying? So if you let somebody do you dirty, that's your fault. And that's what I'm trying to say here. So in other words, if I was grinding, I get it. It was my fault. And that's how I would have approached it. The dudes is dirty. The dudes is dirty, but it's my fault because I let them do me dirty. And you don't have the power to make something happen. You have the power to move. And that's shout out to grinding, because it seems like that's what they're doing. A lot of folks are just moving. City is more beautiful on the inside than he is on the outside. And it's hard to be more beautiful on the outside than this guy, Paul. Oh man, jealousy will kill the most positive movements. If especially some more gems, because as you start seeing stuff happening, you'll be able to see or sense jealousy before it even happens. You get what I'm saying? Because there's a way universally that it operates. It's almost like a profile of jealousy, and it operates universally the same. No matter what culture or wherever you're coming from, you can sense it, man. We have, it's full. I know I have a strong intuition. You get what I'm saying? And it's hard for me personally. It's hard for me to trust anybody, like anybody. And it's not that I've been done wrong. It's just I've seen a lot of wrong done. You get what I'm saying? So when you see enough wrong done, you're like, and this dude's a stranger. I only know him 4 years. You get what I'm saying? And you start putting things in perspective. Like, relationships take a long time to build. 4 years is nothing. 4 years is nothing, y'all. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all get that? Hey, thank you, Cordell. Appreciate you, man. So I'm like, yeah, how do you say? I get 4 years as far as devotion into creating and building. I get that that's something. But what I'm saying in regards to relationships and knowing somebody, 4 years is like a scratch on the surface. So you get what I mean? So when you start locking that into perspective, then you give relationships the proper time to or the proper amount of time to flourish. You get what I'm saying? If you're trying to force a relationship, like, now you're supposed to be my homie. You're not supposed to be my homie. I barely know you, my G. I only know you 4 years, and I only know you online. You're not supposed to be my homie. Get the hell out of here. If they've been to each other's house, that's one thing, that's something different. You came to a dude's wedding, that's another thing, that's something different. When you start building and things like this, but if they can't say that about each other, they definitely not homies. To be honest, grinding to blame also because he continues to allow himself to get messed over. Thank you. Yes. And I'm not knocking these folks because these are young moves. Like that's what I mean to say. I'm not knocking them because they made young-minded moves. I'm just saying, like, when we're speaking about what's going on, then let's speak some real facts here. Let's speak some like life-changing facts, not just say what happened. Let's speak some life-changing facts. Like, yo, conduct yourself differently, homie, so you don't happen again. Hey, what up, Caroline? Appreciate you, Chris. Them DF boys need to grow up and become men. Facts. Grow up, become men, own your own stuff. When you're making that type of money, you should know that and probably they do know this now, but when you're making a certain amount of money, for some folks, $1,000 is a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? So whatever's considered a lot of money to you, and you have the opportunity to make it, over and over each month. You have an opportunity to say you make $1,000 each month. Then secure that. You get what I'm saying? Make sure that joint is secure. I'm good, Cordell. Hopefully you good as well. I'm 230 and 6'4". I ain't tripping. They power tripping half of these guys old enough to be my son. I'm 31, 20. I agree, city facts, Mikhail. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You hit a certain age, you're like, and somebody do you wrong, you look at yourself first. But that's not to say that this is not a wave that's happening within the 2K community. I'm not trying to brush it off as people can't have feelings. These are young folks. So I'm like, all right, you folks are young. I get it. This is gonna be a process. But I'm adding to that we've already had so many instances that were public, and we should have learned from that. Something like this don't happen. And it bothers me more so, just like these folks may be hurt, it bothers me on a personal level because it was this year in particular that I took a great notice and admiration for the DF clan. This is pure facts. I speak it within my community. The community leaders within our Discord know that I speak highly of the DF clan and what they're doing, or what they were doing. And then to watch this happen, it hurts me on a different level because I'm like, damn, that was unity. Was that like the last vision that we have of unity within the community? And I'm like, damn, that freaking sucks, man. That's why it bothers me in a certain way, because it's like, damn, it was nice to see folks stick together like that. It was nice to see, like, I don't know if there's even a word, uniformity, like a uniform approach toward delivering their content. It gave me hope in the idea that I could build something similar with a group of folks, that we create content, cover all aspects, and then grow like branches or something like in a tree, and spread throughout the community. They gave me hope. The DF clan, watching what they were doing and then watching this collapse go publicly, is disheartening. You know what I'm saying? Walt's World, I ain't gonna lie, City has done nothing but help without ask for anything. I appreciate that, Waltz. It's big facts that, it's that I don't want anything. Like I said, it's a blessing, yeah. It's a blessing to be able to connect with folks. Like, isn't that enough? What I ask in return from anybody, one, treat me with respect, because I don't tolerate anything less, and there's nothing less that I give. I always give respect. And then two, especially if you're a representative of our brand, make sure you represent it well. You get what I'm saying? That's what I ask. If you're a representative of the brand approach to things, then make sure you represent it well. And I don't leave no room for like interpretation of what's represented well. I'm always transparent in what I believe is representing like the brand well. So there won't be any confusion. And when there is some confusion, I eliminate it. Get the hell out of here type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? So, when you start making moves like that, you don't have to worry about anything. So things won't happen 4 years in the making where somebody does you dirty. And nah, you don't got that much time, bro. Maniac's up next. Yeah, Maniac's up next, man. But won't share candy with the people you grew up with, the same sandbox. Yeah. Yeah, it's big facts, man. But it's fun stuff, man. Like I said, it's a blessing to be able to have the opportunity to even connect in this way. I think some folks let their ego cloud what the blessing actually is. I think some folks let their ego cloud. And I'm saying this, I'm not saying this from a biased approach. I'm saying this in regards to shout out to all the DF members and everything they've done for the community. Salute to them boys. I'm saying this from a perspective of every one of them need to look and say, how could I have made this better? How could I have done this better? That's what I'm saying it from that perspective. If you start saying like, yo, we could have done this and we really meant a lot to the 2K community. And they really did, because like I just expressed, I was just I looked at them in admiration for what they were maintaining within the community, because there's no other group that was maintaining what they were maintaining. So, to watch it break apart means a different thing. Watching it break apart means something like, damn, unity is breaking apart. Unity, conformity, is breaking apart within the community. So that's where I was at with this stuff. Hopefully it can happen again. It's not that big a deal. I'm not trying to super dramatize it, but that was my outlook on it, which is why I'm more so passionate and talking about it in the first place. Big Dog 89 said 2K is falling apart, bro. It's sad to see, man. It's sad to see, but it is what it is. Rest in peace, TMB, DF, SSH. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Jealousy and envy coming from my enemies. People value money and not loyalty, and that's where the problem starts. I think, to touch base on that, people value money and not loyalty. When it comes to money, there's no loyalty, so that's supposed to be X'd out. I think people need to reestablish where loyalty should be aligned. This is where I think folks get things confused. Is like, in other words, when you're in business, similar to this DF situation, when you're in business and you understand that you yourself are making money, like your money's coming in directly from YouTube, right? So you are your own brand. Even if you're part of a DF clan and that help you get to where you're at, you got to secure your brand. So when it comes to money, your loyalty is going to lie within yourself, because you understand you're in a business relationship. My loyalty will lie within myself, within my family, my close IRL friends. Everything else operates on a business perspective. Surface type of stuff, business perspective. We're out here to make money, so let's make money. You get what I'm saying? So you start approaching things different. You're like, so why you use another graph? It becomes a joke almost. You try to hold them back from using, you try to hold. In other words, if I'm grinding, you try to hold them back to keep me from growing. And it becomes like a joke. Like, I expected that from you because we're in a business relationship. But yeah, I appreciate you, Mikhail. Hopefully this will change some folks' perspective on things. When you start getting into making some money, you start looking at things differently, and you won't approach it where you think you need to be loyal to anybody. Well, business has certain ethics, and you should practice certain business etiquette. But even still, loyalty is a whole different framework, and that's when you start thinking like that's your friend. It's like, nah, B, nah. Have you thought about 2K League? Yeah, people ask me about the 2K League, but nah, I don't see myself getting into the 2K League for multiple reasons. But well, the homies, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. We're probably going to have some more content on this grinding situation as more content unfolds. I know Power DF is dropping a video on the situation. Hopefully I'll be able to, summarize some stuff and give you guys my viewpoint on a video tomorrow on this stuff. I also got another video about the best badges for a lockdown. I have a lockdown build myself I've been working with over the last couple of months. So hopefully I could drop that content within the next day or so. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a safe and blessed rest of your night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.